The power is back.
What's up, family? It's Professor T back, representing Powered by Vibes, the project to bring more light to local music and undiscovered musicians, to bring more appreciation to their songs. And today, we're going to be checking out the Deep Drags, Like You'll Never Know. The quick bio, the Deep Drags. This is a band from Kenny Sandler. From what I could find, it looks like they're from New Jersey. From Jersey! Means I'm not supposed to like them because I'm from New York, but I like them anyway. I like everybody. And this was a project that these are apparently some songs that he wrote a long time ago, but he's bringing it back now. This is going to be from a EP that's called Back from Extinction, and it's going to be inspired by 20th century rock music, from British Invasions to CBGB's garage rock grit, developed with heart, heat, and cool vibes. So that's the bio, and without any further ado, no more talking, we're going to get right to the song, and then I'll tell you about it later. Get my telestrator going here. I gotta figure out how to get it so I can write on the screen. That would be fire. If I could like do the John Madden. I'm sure there's a way to do that. I gotta figure that out. Okay. It's pretty cool.
She came from Oklahoma and I hardly even know her, a stranger that I knew so well. She could have been.
We got the girls in the video dancing. Just doing something a little something. Oh, she doing the monkey. That's bringing it back. I like that shirt right there. Okay. Cool. Definitely hear the classic rock influence. Things are very raw sounding, the way that this was recorded. Playing with a slinky. Not a bad music video either. I was going to comment on that. The only thing I gotta say about the music video that's really neither here nor there, because I'm definitely more of an audio guy than a visual guy. Well, I can't say that now because my day job now for the past couple of months has been involving video more than audio. So, but what I was gonna say about the video, I think the director a little bit too much just sticking the camera in random faces, you know. But like I said, the video's neither here nor there. We're talking about the music. The drummer's not even in the same room with them, though. What happened to... Why you guys put the drummer in the corner? That's mean. Or maybe he was quarantined because he did get that vaccine that, you know, the New Jersey state laws. You know, if it's like New York state laws. He was like, yeah, you did get that vaccine, homie, so you gotta stay home. You can't be on the video. But yeah, I think the video is good though. I guess I wanted to comment on that, even though we're not here to talk about the video. We're here to talk about the music. The music though, I like this guitar solo part a few times. I listened to it at first. I like that part. Does he have like an arrow like the Avatar cartoon on his head? I just saw that too. So yeah, this song here for the vocals, like everything sounds a single track for the vocals. The bass player was killing it in this song too though. That's the other thing that I heard. She was getting into this. Nice way to finish it out. Good stuff. And that's the end of the video. Good work. Let me bring it back to me. All right, let's break it down a little bit. First reactions to the song. Something I do now that's different from when I first started to this. I actually listen to these a few times so I can really try to formulate my thoughts. You know, because even though I got the ears like that where I can pick out all those little things, I'd rather formulate my thoughts because I do a lot of talking over these. So the first times that I listened to it, my first reactions was that I definitely could hear the classic rock influence. And this is definitely something that would get over in my neck of the woods, because you know a lot of people there, pretty much every like bar, brewery, festival that you go to, you hear tons and tons of like rock music that sounds like this. So I think like in the local music scene, this is definitely is a trend with this type of music. So I would definitely say, you know, people would enjoy this live. And but my first reactions to the song were too is that I thought it was a neat little throwback. You definitely, you know, reading the bio and seeing, you know, understanding how this was some music that was written a long time ago, and he's bringing it back now, and, you know, trying to add a little bit more of a modern sound to it. I think that's a really cool concept. You know, I love that. I've done that myself too. It was a pretty cool record, so I like that concept. That's pretty neat. So now we're going to first go to the positives, what I liked about the song. And when we get to the positives and the critiques, as I say to everybody, especially Deep Drags, you guys as a band, if you check in the positives and the critiques, this is an educational channel. So when we make the critiques and whatnot over here, with me and the other guests that come on, they're not personal directed at the band. It's things that I pick out that we can all learn from with our own projects. It's Powered by Vibes is the place for DIY music in the local music scene. So this is to help everyone out with what we can learn from listening to each other's music. So the positives that I heard, I think that overall the performance of that was pretty good with the instrumentals and whatnot. So I think like all the guitar players, I know nothing about guitar. Out of all the instruments that I play, guitar is not one of them because me and things with strings just don't get along. I've tried to figure it out, but I couldn't figure it out. But for what I heard and what I know about guitar from working with guitar players in my own band and other bands I've played in, as well as from the perspective of in the studio recording other guitar players as I've done in the past, the guitar performance sounds pretty good. Everything sounded pretty clean and crispy. You know, I didn't hear any, you know, amateurish sounding guitar playing, so I thought that was really well done. I think that the lyricism of the song is pretty good. I definitely felt like that was pretty cool. I do like the video. That's another positive. I think the video, you can tell you definitely put some time and some effort into that. You know, so most definitely the video was a positive. So now we gotta go to the critique section. So the critiques, like I said, I gave my spiel at the beginning because when I give these critiques, it's for constructive criticism that comes from somebody that actually knows music and does this himself and has done it for a long time. So the critiques that I have for it, I'll start with the vocals as I usually do in these videos. What gives me the right to talk about vocals, even though I'm terrible. Improving though over the past year, I did a lot of extra work on that, so you're gonna hear that in my next album. Now coming out with next month. When I studied the vocals, I've studied vocals with lots of college professors and other professional singers in the area and things like that, and music producers. So I have a different ear of the grade vocal performance from behind the mic. So the critiques that I had for the vocals, and these are small ones, but you know, ways to make this, you know, sound like the big time. I would have to say. One of the things that I would say first, that's kind of the one that'll stick out to people that have a tuned music ear, other people that sing, the intonation is something that can be improved upon for your next project. I felt like the intonation at certain points, it wasn't as in tune as it can be. It's a misconception that rock singers don't have technique, because I've learned from trying to do that kind of stuff you actually probably need more technique to do rock. It's just different. So what I would say with this one, don't shortchange yourself on finding those notes and making it very in tune when you're singing it. You know, you can still get the power and everything, but you can be in tune with it. So I would say that's something I noticed, and that's something that can affect, you know, your song sounding like the big time versus you know, sounding, you know, like a smaller artist. Another thing I was gonna say about this, I talk about a lot with the vocal performance. A lot of times, I talk about the idea of like kind of being a little bit more zealous with your delivery of the singing. With this one, you did a pretty good job of that actually, but I would say you can actually maybe lean into it a little bit more on this song, and other songs you do as well. So kind of what that means is when you're singing the song, we want to sound like you're talking and speaking, singing directly to the listener. And you also want to sound like you are invested, you're zealous about it, you're committed to the message that you're trying to sing in the song, whatever that might be. So that's something that I kind of say, like sounding like you're excited to be on the song, sounding like you believe what it is that you're talking about, and that's coming through. You're talking to me, you're telling me, Professor T, you'll never know, cause you'll never know, cause she's an easy lover, she'll take your heart, but you won't hear it.
20 minutes later.
Okay, I got a little carried away there. The other critique that I'll give you guys, and this is another small one, this is nitpicky as well, you know, because this song was pretty well. So all these critiques are just small ones. I would say with the instrumental part of it, like I said, I thought the performance of the instrumentals was good. The bass player was amazing. I thought he was killing it. The drums sounded good. The guitar sounded good. But I would say it's, from listening to it, I can't quite decide if it's like a performance issue or if it might actually be an editing issue with whoever the producer was or the engineer, or if that person was one and the same. When they were kind of, you know, putting everything together in Pro Tools, I felt like rhythmically some of the guitar parts, they weren't quite as tight as they could be, rhythmically speaking. So that's something that I would say is just a very small nitpicky thing. That's something that 99% of regular people wouldn't notice, but for me, I would notice that. So I would say maybe for your next project, just, you know, be a little bit more mindful of that, making sure things are perfectly lined up, especially when you kind of have that going on where you got the bass line, you got the rhythm guitar parts and everything going. You want that to be lined up, because if it's not, things start to drift a little bit. I thought the way it was mixed was pretty good too. Guitars are tough to mix because they take up a lot of bandwidth in the mix, meaning that within the spectrum of sounds that we can hear, there's a lot of sounds that we can hear that a guitar makes. So a lot of times, you know, when you're trying to put the bass guitar together with, you know, the other guitar parts of the vocals, you know, you got to be careful with when you EQ the song to make sure that, you know, things don't step on each other, that you don't overload, you know, any certain frequencies there. So I thought the mix was actually good, but in terms of did you accomplish, you know, giving us that classic throwback like the British invasion rock sound, I think you absolutely did. You know, I think you definitely did a good job of that. And I'm going to wrap up the critique section right there. We got a little bit long-winded, but I had some good. But there's a lot of good information to talk about with this song. So now, without any further ado, it's very late at night when I'm doing this, so I can't do my full exuberant. Well, you know what? Forget it. I'm gonna do it. We gotta go to the Professor T Billboard chart, and we're gonna see where I'm gonna rank this. That was kind of a timid one, but go back to the other videos if you want to see me be more crazy. All right. So, the Billboard chart, disclaimer I give every time, this chart is a playlist with recommendations, how I recommend it to other people. Things move around and there's more songs added every week. And this is not a reflection on the quality of the song. This is just simply a playlist and putting this in order of recommendations and how popular that I think it would be. So this song here, it came in at number 36. That's actually a pretty good placement. That's pretty high. It puts you right beneath Maple Mall Coastin'. Maple Mall, that's the Australian kind of a surf rock group. Kind of a similar vibe as this music. Us guys down in Australia. Shout out to Australia. And it puts you right above Michelle Fury, Everything in Time. That's another kind of classic rock inspired with a little bit modern spin song. So make sure you go check out that video and check out Michelle Fury showed up. So check out Maple Mall too. They actually hit me up recently and told me they just dropped something. So go check out those guys' new release. With that in mind, we're gonna wrap up this video. This is a long one, so let's bring it back to me and to the deep drags. To everybody watching at home, love what you do. I had a great time listening to this, and I hope you did too. And I spread peace and love to all of you, and I'll see you in the next review.
The power is back.